Welcome back.
Hi.
Welcome to the IWICCI podcast, and this segment is Let's Learn a Thing, with your host V, and
And Dani. And V was kind enough to teach us jewelry making, like how to make a wrap bracelet. Wrap bracelet? Wrap?
yes, so this is episode 31, and yes, in our last Learn a Thing episode, I taught a little DIY jewelry wire wrapping class.
Wire
Jewelry making,
wrapping.
yeah, wire wrapping, and we made bracelets, and now Dani is going to teach us a skill of theirs. What is that skill?
I am going to teach people how to do 40s makeup, 1940s makeup, and I will say it is the way that I do 1940s makeup. So it's like most of it is historically accurate, but some of it is like for modern convenience. But you'll
Yes, and
still get like
obviously
that look.
we don't have 1940s products. I
No.
couldn't get anything. Like, you recommended a certain Revlon, I think, color that was still made. I couldn't get that,
Yes.
so I'm just using like my MAC stuff. But
That's totally
yes.
valid, but I will say for anybody listening, Cherries in the Snow is an original 1940s Revlon color and it's like inexpensive and I think that's really cool that
That
it's still
is
being made.
that is really cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, today's Learn a Thing episode will be a vintage inspired makeup look. So grab your palettes and you're good. What do we need? What do we need to start this look?
So, what's cool, I will say this is a bit interesting. So, there was a woman on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
a decade plus ago, and she used the name of Vintage Vanity, and you can still find her videos, but she took a lot of the ones that gave me the foundation of what I know down.
Oh,
Um, and she hasn't
interesting.
made a new video in 3 years, so I think she might be like done. But the reason I know how to do like a victory roll is because of her, and she had this really cool 40s makeup tutorial, and like that is where I learned how to do my makeup like 100%. And when I went back today to try to find it, I couldn't find it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just gonna be what I remember, and there are plenty of other creators. There's creators that go according to like an actual 1940s makeup book.
Mm-hmm.
There's tons of resources, but the main resource that I was using hardly exists anymore.
Interesting. And kind of a
Yeah.
bummer. It's always like kind of sucks when creators you enjoy pull their content offline or just stop creating for that space with like almost no reason expressed why. It's, it sucks. But at least during the time when you were like super into vintage recreation makeup and hair and clothes and stuff like that, you had um, someone there to help you figure all that out.
Yes. So this will be. I am not very good at makeup, which is sort of good for this lesson because
Mm-hmm.
if you've never done makeup before and you want to follow along, I can almost guarantee that like you can do this.
That's good because I also struggle with makeup tutorials, and as much as I want to like keep up with the modern looks and whatnot, I struggle to go beyond my millennial eyeliner and full glam of like 2015 looks that I've done. Like, that's kind of where my makeup experience starts and stops. Heavy under eyeliner from like being a young goth to then
Yes.
maturing into my 20s and being like, okay, I learned how to do contour and eyeshadow blending, and that's it. Full glam all the time.
Yeah, but you do all that crazy cosplay makeup
Yeah,
that
but
like
that's
takes
different. Like, when
different.
I do makeup for like going out, I have to remind myself that it's not 2016 anymore, and like the clean look is popular now. So like wearing stuff to make it look like you're not wearing stuff, which I don't do that very well. I like looking
Yeah.
like I'm wearing makeup if I'm wearing makeup. But
It's
yeah,
really
what?
yes.
It's really what?
It's really interesting because like I'm always aware of like the 30-year fashion cycle because it like
Mm-hmm.
repeats with makeup as well.
Absolutely.
but like I think maybe because we're in such a recession, because right now we should like be repeating the makeup of the 20s, where like everything's there was like the original smoky eye like comes
Hmm.
from the 1920s, and
Hmm.
you're not really like seeing that around as much, and
Yeah,
like
that
you've like
was
the
popular in like the 90s, early 2000s. So it'll come back
yeah
in probably like 10 years.
yeah
But we're in
it's
a
gonna
very
come.
conservative time right now, so it makes sense that the makeup would reflect that and what, to make yourself look on trend. It's neutral lips, barely eyeshadow, probably not. No foundation that's like thick or matte. It's just like a shiny whatever. I don't know what
Yeah.
this is called. A primer? Oh, this I'm using a red correct as my foundation because I don't feel like doing full foundation. But anyway, what supplies do we need for this tutorial?
Yes. Okay. So my actual favorite part, and I couldn't find a tutorial that suggested this, but I did see a lot of tutorials like that used just your fingers for applying the eyeshadow. But
Okay,
the one that I followed requires zero brushes. You're just gonna use your fingies.
good.
Um,
So make
and
sure
you
you
need
wash your
eyeliner, and I
hands.
will say my eyeliner is not historically accurate because I'm really bad with a pencil liner. But liquid eyeliner was not popular until like it started in the 50s and then it like took off in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like that is a historical inaccuracy. You'll need a eyebrow pencil. I have a brush again, not historically accurate.
Okay.
Um, a basic foundation of some kind, like preferably a lighter found, like a not light in color, but like light in weight. You know what I
Like a
mean?
powder foundation versus a liquid.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
one that like covers less.
Okay, so not like a full coverage matte looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And then eyeshadow, you'll need two different colors and like a darker one and a lighter one. The like blue was really popular, shades of blue. Um, but I don't really use that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like such like a neutral neutral person.
Yeah.
But if you want to have a little fun with color, you can. Um, and then red, like a bright red lip is like very iconic, and you will use the same shade of lipstick on your for your blush.
So I don't have red lipstick right now, but I have this color that I got
Make it work.
because it matches my areola, and apparently that's how you match your perfect lip color.
So in the 1940s, that was not information that was going around.
Just so you know, if you ever want to perfectly match your or perfectly find a color, just match your areola. You could also match your lips. Like I'm sure that also works, but anyway, okay. So lipstick, two eyeshadows, one light, one dark, mascara, some sort of face coverage. I'm using a CC red correct cream because my face always has like red bits.
Perfect.
Eyeliner, eyebrow, pencil, and we
I
go.
think that's it. It's not very much.
No, it's not, but
And
that's
I
okay.
used two shades of lipstick to like make the red lip really pop because that
Hmm.
was like so iconic in the 40s, but
You know,
you
I might
can
have a
do.
red lipstick. Let me go see if I still have one.
Okay.
All right, entertain them for a moment.
Ah, good. So I I don't know, like V had mentioned a little bit about how they got into doing jewelry as a way to kind of like calm themselves and like fill time during like a difficult period in their life. And I guess I got into the 40s honestly. I really liked the fashion. At first, I really liked the music. I am really into 1940s music and like adult standards and that kind of thing. And then I got into the fashion. Then I got into the makeup and hair. Like it all kind of fell. So I have a little collection still of like 1940s clothes. Um, and but I have like given away or pieced out some of the collection. But yeah, I
That
will
makes
be
sense.
address. What?
Was the 1940s your original interest for vintage, or was there a different era and then you fell into the 40s eventually?
Ooh, interesting. I like okay, so like I guess I started with the 20s, but it's hard to get things from the 20s. I have a few
Yeah.
I do have like 2 items from the 20s and a few items from the 30s. It was like it went like 20s, 30s, 40s.
Okay.
And then so like the era I'm really interested in is probably like the 20s to the 50s, 60s, I think is the
Yeah.
sweet spot.
It seems like your vintage interests kind of stop in the 60s because that's when things got a little bit more modern and colorful and prints and patterns, and you
Yeah,
don't
that's so
really.
not for me.
Yeah. I like the 60s, 70s, 80s when it comes to vintage stuff. I do enjoy the 40s, 50s, 30s, 20s not as much. And then like Victorian era and like you know, clothes that are very restrictive and you need like 15 different pieces to just get dressed. Like I appreciate that as well, but
I like that too. But that's harder. I think like there's also something really accessible about the 40s because there's like the 80s does 40s
mm-hmm.
pieces that like you can easily find and they're just I don't know, there's a ton of them and they're relatively inexpensive.
Yeah.
So like if you're into the 40s, I think it's best to kind of start with pieces from the 80s that like look like the 40s and then when you're ready to like invest, you can like go back and get
Get the
original
true
pieces.
vintage.
Yeah.
So I did find this, it's called British Red. I don't remember
Cool.
what brand it is. This is insane. I might look like a
It's
clown, so we'll see.
nah.
We will see. All right. I'll use that instead of my nipples. Nipple lipstick. Nipstick. Nipstick. All right. Let's begin.
Lipstick.
What do we do first?
Oh, we're doing it now? I thought we were gonna get changed first.
Oh, did you want to? I thought you were going to change after.
So, folks at home, I don't have any of my makeup with me. It's in I gotta go get it.
All right. Brief transition starts now and ends now. All right. Welcome back. Nothing happened. Danny has no
Nothing happened.
makeup
We're
now.
good.
Okay, so what are we
So,
doing first?
the I personally usually start with eyeshadow because I find that I touch my face a lot when I do my makeup, and if I start with foundation, it'll like come off on my hands. I don't
Right.
know if that's everybody, but
Let's do it
um
then.
so I have this sort of like neutral palette, but again, blues were like super popular in the 40s. So
I
if you
don't have
wanted
blue right
that,
now, but I have a bunch of reds. I'll probably just use the browns.
okay. So you're gonna start by I usually use my pinky,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna take like the darker color, and the darker color is gonna go. You know how you have like when you close your eyes, you have like your eyelid,
You do have your
and
eyelid usually, yeah.
then not everybody, but
Usually,
you
generally.
have like the upper part of your eyelid kind of where your brow bone is, like
Mm-hmm.
below your brow bone.
Mm-hmm.
So just gonna take the darker color
Okay.
and put it below your like no, above like on your brow bone, like everywhere but that little kind of rainbow shape that's like your actual eyelid. And a
So am
lot
I
of
putting it
40s
on my eyelid or under my brow?
under your brow.
Like close to the brow?
Um a lot of 40s tutorials will say to go all the way up to the brow.
Okay.
Like um I think I stop a little short of that just because I feel silly. But like if we're going for authenticity, it's like right up to the brow with
Okay.
the darker color.
Okay.
Um,
But not on your eyelid.
Not on your eyelid.
Okay.
I mean, like it's a finger, so if it gets smudgy, that's fine because you're gonna kind of blend it.
Okay.
So I'm going for like this kind of pinkish brown color, and then I usually lick my finger. Am I gross?
Yucky. I'm gonna use a tissue.
Yeah, cool, man. Um, it's probably more civilized.
I just put a lot of lotion on my body after my shower, so I don't really want to lick my fingy.
No, that's valid and fair. Um, okay.
This feels crazy. All right.
It's I know it looks weird at the beginning, but it like you got to trust the process. I've
I'm
been
trusting you and the process. Absolutely.
so I always have like a little fun with my second color, so I have like two shimmery pinks that I
Mm-hmm.
usually pick one of, but
Okay.
like you can just choose any color that's lighter than the one that's on your brow now. So I'm gonna go
Okay.
for this, like it's like a darker shimmery pink.
Okay, I'm gonna
Uh,
use this
I
like
don't know.
shimmery white, and that goes
Oh, it's
directly on
pretty.
your eyelid.
That goes directly on your lid, like up until like where you've started your the darker color.
Okay.
Um, Beautiful. I I don't wear that much makeup uh anymore, but like I feel like it's a form of self-care to like put makeup
It
on
is.
yourself.
And it was like definitely a very um pre-pandemic thing to just do your makeup for funsies and like post pictures of it like before, not because you're going out or because you have an event to go to, you just like did it for fun, and people don't really do that anymore, which is
Yeah.
interesting. Nobody really has time, I
Um
guess, but still.
what I usually do next, because I'm notorious for forgetting and
Mhm.
because my eyebrows are so light it looks like I don't have any if I forget.
Mhm.
Um I usually go in with the eyebrow pencil, which in my case is a brush.
Mine is brow butter pencil from LA Girl. I
Which
get all of my shit from Ulta. What did
in this
eyebrows
case,
look like in the 40s? Were they just straight
so
across? Did they have an
they
arch?
did I feel like eyebrow stuff is so interesting in makeup because like the 30s, like the mid 20s into the 30s, the eyebrows kind of disappeared because actresses were painting them on to have more expressive faces,
Yeah.
and they got like so thin or just straight up painted on no eyebrows.
Mhm.
And then like in the 40s they came back and it was like fashionable to have a fuller brow, like I don't know, think of any like Hedy Lamarr or like I'm gonna say Judy Garland because I love her, like Barbara
Yeah.
Stanwyck or any of those actresses, like they have like full brows, and you usually would outline your brow with a pencil and then fill it in.
Okay. So they
Um,
they were rocking like more natural looking brows, but like
yeah.
a curve, not like a sharp angle or the really skinny brows of the 90s.
No, yeah, skinny brows of the 90s are probably closer to like skinny brows of the 30s.
Yeah.
Um, and if you want to see like very accurate 30s makeup but on like a more modern film, Cabaret, the oh my God, what's her name? Uh is it Natasha Richardson? The woman who plays like the wealthy Jewish woman has like the most accurate 30s makeup I think I've ever seen in like a movie that's not from the 30s.
Interesting. Okay.
Um it's also an amazing film.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So my next historically inaccurate thing that I do is liquid liner
Mhm.
instead of I just have trouble with a pencil
I have
for some
so much trouble
reason.
with liquid liner, so I will be using my pencil that I've probably had for way too long, Wet and Wild brown.
So you're doing, I mean, like, if you think about it, yours is like a much more accurate portrayal of 40s makeup, especially because like people didn't have so much. Like if you think about the clothes, like everything was very like straight cut
Mhm.
and like I mean other than insane
Yeah.
shoulder pads.
The 40s was shaped by like the wartime stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the 30s was like the depression and then 40s was like wartime and then 50s was like the economic boom and everything
Mhm.
got like really fancy.
Consumerism started really taking off. So, how are we doing our eyeliner? Upper lid only, upper and lower?
Upper lid only, we're just
Okay.
gonna do one thin line all like straight down. Um and
No
that like
no wings or
famous
anything.
no, actually you took the words out of my mouth. I was literally just gonna talk about
Okay,
wings.
cool. Thank you. Explain.
Um So everybody has like this concept that like, you know, of the wing, which didn't become popular until like the mid 50s, like into the 60s, and only for like adults, and usually like, it was more of an actor thing or like nightclub dances or
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
that kind of thing. Like it wasn't like
An
common, but I
everyday.
like that sort of rockabilly culture has like wings, like for the
Mm-hmm.
common man, common man wings.
Yeah, wings were probably associated with yeah, degenerate culture and stuff like
And you
that.
had like Marilyn Monroe created like a lot of trends based off the way she did her makeup.
Okay.
But that was later than the 40s. That was like the mid 50s because she did like the underliner on her eye, like that went out like this to like make her eyes appear bigger. That was
Yeah.
kind of like her signature.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, for the 40s it's just kind of a straight line. We're at war, people. We can't be we can't
Yeah.
be doing fancy eyeliner.
Well, I'm at war with myself because both eyes have different types of eyeliner at all times. I can't.
What is it? They're like, oh, they're sisters, not twins. I also hate like, oh, I just like blinked too soon and now my eyeliner's
Mm-hmm.
becoming part of my eyeshadow and whatever. That's life. We're at war.
We're at
If you're
war.
worried,
We're at war, folks. I mean, we
we
are,
are.
unfortunately.
Um,
You're not.
and then mascara was like very much the same. Not a whole lot different there.
Yeah.
Um,
I've got my
I will say
Clinique.
as sorry?
I've got my Clinique black mascara.
Yeah, I will say brown mascara in like pharmacies that's not like $1 million is getting so hard to find. Like for anybody else with lighter
Interesting.
eyelashes, like it's a struggle.
Yeah. No, I should just switch to brown completely, I think, because, I'm leaving my goth days behind, and black is really just strong and powerful of a color when you're trying to do neutrals and like softer looks.
It's
Even with
true.
my dark brown hair, black is a little too
I
strong.
mean, I don't know. I think you could rock both. I think my
Thank
days
you.
of wearing black eyeliner are over.
Yeah.
Unless, I don't know. So yeah, you're gonna do the mascara on the top and bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And some tutorials say to like go harder on the outside than the inside, but like I think it's hard enough to do mascara. So
Mm-hmm.
however yours is, you look really
Thank
cute.
you. So do you. With your
Thanks.
little traditional 1940s headband.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute, right? There's like a
Yeah.
strawberry and then I don't what character is this?
Cinnamon roll. Cinnamon roll.
Not though, right? Because isn't that
Isn't it?
blue? I don't know.
Isn't it?
Is she
Is the
pink?
pink one different? The pink one has a
I don't
different name?
know.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's not accurate. I guess I could have like a kerchief. I could have gone harder.
That's okay.
Um,
This is the type of makeup my grandmas would have done.
yeah, yeah. And I think like, I don't know, I think I was influenced by that. Like we always had like old photo albums
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, like my grandma, and I was just like that she looks cool.
Yeah.
Like I want to look like that. And then I would always ask her questions about like her hair and makeup, when I was like really into this era.
Yeah.
And she'd always be like, "Oh, I don't know. We just sort of like dressed up and then went out." Like there was like no detail. She was like, "I just sort of put my hair up." And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh,
All right. Yeah.
okay.
Thanks. Cool.
Thanks, Grandma."
Good.
Um, my okay, so then it's just like basic foundation,
Mm-hmm.
like basic coverage.
Yeah, let me put my red correct on.
And I'm trying to think. My favorite part is coming up, which is I don't know why, but I really like that blush is also the same as the lipstick. Like I just
Yeah.
it's easy and like it'll always match and like you
Mm-hmm.
only have to buy one product. Like I don't know. That's
Yeah.
cool.
For my sweet 16, my aunt took me to um I don't remember, Saks Fifth Avenue. I don't remember where we went. We went somewhere in Manhattan, and I got a makeover, and they gave me this perfect blush that like matched my skin tone and whatever, just amazingly. And I think it's called like uh it was Bobby Brown, I think,
Oh
and
yeah.
it was Snow Ski Slopes, I think it's called. And from then on, that's like the only blush that I ever purchased, because the idea of trying to match a new color to myself just didn't stress me out. Like, I already have it. My skin hasn't changed much since I was 16, so
That's
it's
fair.
like a
That's
nice
like really
dusty
nice.
pink.
And I also think like like there was all that stuff in the 1940s, more so in England than in America, but with like rationing, like women
Mm-hmm.
were still trying to like look beautiful, and at one point they like rationed lipstick and people had were just using like the smallest chunks of lipstick from like the bottom of their bag and like trying to
Yeah.
make something work.
Yeah.
And like people were putting iodine on their legs and painting the like seams of their stockings,
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that. And like the economy isn't good right now, and it's good to be like resourceful with your makeup.
Yeah. So that was to make it look like they were wearing tights and pantyhose when they weren't.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Um, and a lot of women did that because there's like everything was like going toward the war effort.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so the next part's my favorite part.
Good. The
Okay.
lipstick.
It's lipstick. And I like, I don't know what I do. I kind of try to stick to the middle. Like, we're not lining our lips. So
Yeah.
I kind of just try to stick to the middle of usually my bottom lip and
Okay.
then like kind of rub everything together and try not to like
Okay, so
overdo it.
you're not like smearing, you're dabbing.
Mhm.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
overlining came into fashion in the 50s. I think, like, honestly, there was just more, the economy was better. Like, you could put more lipstick on and, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, this, what I have on my lips right now, I'll show you before I blend it with another color. But this is Cherries in the Snow, and this is, like, a true 1940s, like, lipstick,
Cute.
which is, it's just awesome. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's great. But I like the whole like pop of like the quote unquote like victory red.
Yeah.
So I don't know what this is. It doesn't have a label anymore, but it's Clinique and I got it for free.
Nice.
Um and then I always try to like make a little line like for that Cupid's bow, but
Mm-hmm.
you have a Cupid's bow. I
Mm-hmm.
just kind of try to like make one up.
Yeah, it's
Like
interesting because now the lip trend is like a very full upper lip. So people are
Mhm.
overlining to give like a roundness to the top lip instead of the Cupid's bow. But back
um
then, everyone wanted the bow.
so my favorite part is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you have a bow, so you're perfect. You don't have to fake it. I kind of like fake a little line there.
Okay.
Okay. Do a smile. Yaw. And then and then you're gonna dab like I do a lot, but you can start with a little and add more. Do a
Okay.
dab like where your cheeks are the most full, like at your smile. And then you look a little crazy for like a second. But don't worry.
Clown
And
time.
then you're supposed to kind of blend up into your smile, like, but I end up sometimes going down a little bit just so the blush doesn't get anywhere too weird, but you're supposed to kind of uppies.
Uppies.
Until it blends. And it's surprising for like how much you do blush wise, like how normal it looks at the end.
Yeah,
Like,
the funniest part of this to me is that the Skin Correct stuff that I just put on hides the redness, but the redness is literally where I just put the blush. You know? It's so funny how makeup works in that way.
So there's one more 1940s tip that I think is really fun after you've gotten like your blush right.
Okay.
They say to do like you can either take a little more lipstick on the tip of your finger, or sometimes there's enough from where you've smudged your blush to just like use. But you're supposed to do. Oh, sorry, I'll let you finish.
No, go ahead. I'm just dabbing.
You look so pretty. This is going great.
Thank you. It is. Thank you. This is fun.
You're supposed to do the tip of your nose.
Okay.
A little bit, and then the tips of your earlobes. And then under your chin, like the under tip of your chin. And that's it. That's it.
Okay, well, you're not going to see my ears, but cute.
Well, it's just
to get people to look alive instead of malnourished and sickly from all the rationed food and no sunlight.
Yeah, so even living in like fallout shelters. So even now, like without me being dressed, like I think my face does look like of the time.
Yours looks definitely of the time. I feel like I didn't put enough makeup on, but maybe...
I think yours looks of the time. I think you could go maybe a little hard. The blush is scary because you feel like you're gonna look like a circus clown, and then everything kind of like comes together.
So, do you think I should do more blush? Like, is that...
I think you should do just a little more, not a lot.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Me too. But that's okay. Maybe I just blended it in too much.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because you really wanted to see like that red cheek. And we were all trying to as if I was there.
Yeah, we were.
we were all trying to copy.
To look alive. That's a little bit more visible, I think. Also,
yes.
My lighting is
you look wonderful.
Thank you.
We were all trying to copy the movie stars, who of course were wearing like all kinds of colors.
Wearing like greens and blues, and when they like colorized those black and white things, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I think because you could see like the contour and like the difference in color, like everybody was kind of trying to copy that. And I also say like the side part in the 40s was like very emblematic. Like there was always like an extreme side part at that time, except for Hedy Lamarr, who had her part down the middle. But like all the other big Hollywood stars pretty much was like big side part.
Nice. I like it.
So you're rocking that.
Thank you. Thank you. You're a wonderful teacher.
Oh, it's because it's relatively easy, but thank you.
Before we change into your actual 1940s outfit and my potential 1940s looking-ish outfit, you said that this dress could pass, and why? So why? Could you just tell us again why you think this dress is like 1940s?
Yes. So it's very like economic. It doesn't have like a huge skirt because again, like war, like a lot of materials were going to war. And
it's
like the pattern on it is really good, especially like I think I'm thinking more England, who got like way more devastated by World War II, but their clothes were often patterned, and there's like because they would get stained from like whatever housework, and it wasn't easy to get a new dress, so like there were often floral patterns like that to kind of like hide stains.
Okay.
And
cool.
The collar kind of dress came into fashion because that's like a lot of the war uniforms looked like that. So
cool. Well, then I accidentally, because this kind of read as like 60s or 70s to me, but like
Yeah.
you
It
said,
could also
fashion
be
repeats.
30s if it had like
Mm-hmm.
even less material on it,
Yeah,
because yeah,
I
the
got it at a
collar.
yard sale, but so it's probably honestly from the 90s, but still.
It's great.
Yeah,
It almost works. There's like
cool.
a lot of things about it that work.
Awesome. All right,
Yeah.
we're going to take a brief break, and in this moment, you will watch a sped up way of how Dani does her hair. And then we're going to come back and finish up the episode in our somewhat accurate 1940s ensembles. So we will be right back. And we're back.
Well, welcome back to us.
And we changed, and this is my sort of 1940s. The top is Shein, ew. The bottom is Sag Harbor brand, I think. But
Oh, that's fun.
it's a vintage. I got it on eBay. And the sweater I got from my sister. None of
This
it's
is
actual vintage. Like, none of it's actual vintage 1940s, I mean. The skirt is actual
But
vintage.
but you know what? You did the best with what you had, which is a lot of what the 1940s is about.
I
So
tried. Exactly. And what are you wearing?
I'm wearing this is a designer. This is actually my favorite designer, and I only have two of her pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Her name, can I geek out?
Yeah, please.
Her name is Leslie Faye, and she started out making uniforms for WAC, which is like the Women's Army something. The
Okay.
army, like Women's Army during World War II. And she made like very stylish uniforms. And like when you see the Andrew sisters like perform and they're wearing like those uniforms, they're kind of based off of her designs.
Mm-hmm.
And she went on to be a pretty solid fashion designer, mostly for secretaries in like the 70s, 80s, and in 1993, I think she died at some point, and then they sold. I think it like became other things that
Mm-hmm.
still exist,
Cool.
like other kind of what do they call it? Like business casual kind of women's companies, like
Mm-hmm.
absorbed Leslie Faye. So like she's still sort of floating out there.
Cool.
But this is like you can kind of my ring light almost fell. I don't want to talk about it. Um, you can. Oh, and also his pockets.
And that's the skirt and the jacket. Is the top also her?
The top is like a dress.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And you can see kind of like the red, white, and blue like hurrah military thing, and you can
Mm-hmm.
also kind of see that like the front of it looks like
Right.
the kind of the chest, like the buttons that would go
Mm-hmm.
across.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like a pretty early piece. I'm nearly, she started designing for the public in 1947, and I think this isn't from too long after that.
Cool.
And even if you look up her pieces from like the 70s, 80s, there's still a lot of like the sailor kind of look to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like she still kept like the military thing. And one very important thing is it has shoulder pads,
Mm-hmm.
which is like very 40s,
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
continued into the 80s and everything. So I don't know. I think she's a pretty cool designer, and like she kind of made like what you think of when you think of just like secretary wear.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of like her thing.
Cool. That was her
Yeah.
influence. Very nice. Very awesome. Thank you for sharing. And then
Yeah.
your hair is just like simple styled.
This is so lazy. But if I was really gonna do it up, I'd do like like a roller set, or if I was really ambitious, I'd do like a wet set, which is when your hair's
Mm-hmm.
wet and you still roll it up, then you put it up in a bonnet, you sleep in it, you do like a whole comb out, and you'd like pop your flower bow or whatever like
Cool.
on your side and do the side part. I have curly hair, so I can kind of like fake it.
Well,
But
maybe that'll be something we could try on a different episode, either when my hair is longer or I'll just do it on a wig and see how it goes from there.
that would
Because
be fun.
my hair is not long enough to do victory rolls or anything fun right now.
Oh yeah, and we'd need bobby pins. I
Mm-hmm.
like somehow don't have any
They're
right
easy to
now.
lose. I lose them a lot with my cosplay stuff, so I feel you.
Um, but I this is just a period of fashion that I'm really interested in,
Mm-hmm.
and I this tutorial was really fun and it's really accessible, and I
Yeah,
feel like, it's easy to try.
it was really fun. Thank you. I learned a thing. Did my makeup like my grandma's.
Would you ever use this again, do you think?
For like definitely with
Like
my
a
brushes.
character?
I don't think I would use it with my fingies again. I have more
Fair.
control with the brushes. But yeah, it's a very simple, quick look if I needed to do something. Yeah, definitely for a character if I was building a character modeled in the 40s or just of that time period in a recreation, some kind of futuristic dystopian world where we're all stuck in the 40s forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, yikes indeed. Um kind of like today. Anyway, thank you for teaching us a thing, Dani, with your vast vintage knowledge and hopefully y'all who watched today's episode, if you did the makeup along with us, show us in the comments. I think you can post pictures on YouTube. I don't know. But
That would
let
be
us know
really,
how it
really
went
cool.
in the comments.
Yeah. And I'm not saying this to like be funny. I do have to clean my house after we stop this recording.
Yeah, so
So,
perfect. You're going to stay in your cleaning the house uniform, and what a perfect 1940s housewife thing to do.
yes.
Yeah, so next time I think I don't know what we're doing. We're going to bake again next time. I don't know what we're baking yet though. So next episode will be out in a couple weeks. And yeah, thank you for watching. Like,
Yeah.
subscribe, share, comment, all the stuff.
Please.
Introduce us to at least one friend this week or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
That could be
Please
fun.
do.
Show us to someone who you think might enjoy this random content.
Yeah. Thank you
But
for
yeah,
watching.
thank you. See you next time.
See you next time.